Nils hat's doch geschafft. Stark. Hey, grüß dich, Gude. Ich habe übrigens deinen Doppelgänger neulich gesehen, Nils. Matty, hello, hello. Daniel, welcome. Can someone check if the YouTube live stream is also working? Ah, it's working because Darkline hat auch schon Abend geschrieben. Hello. It's working. A technical miracle today. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Nein, kein Dicker mit Glatze. Er sah dir einfach vom Gesicht her sehr ähnlich. Ein Doppelgänger. It works. Nice. Welcome, welcome, dear YouTube people. It's been a long time since I've been streaming simultaneously, so I'd love a little technical checkup. Is the frequency, the quality okay? Because I remember last time I did it, the frame rate was reduced so much because it was taking up too much of my internet capacity. But it looks like this time it's actually okay-ish. Am I right, or correct me if I'm wrong? By the way, before I will start today's 15-minute challenge, I would like to finish a little bit on these guys. This is just something I didn't quite get done 100%, and it's something I wanted to get done today. Believe it or not, these are the last 4 infantry units for the Blood Angels commissions. It looks pretty good to me. Nice. Perfect. Nice. I love hearing that. Then probably from now on I will continue streaming on both on Twitch and on YouTube simultaneously. So I'm live on Twitch and on YouTube. It's a miracle. It's the Omnissiah. The Omnissiah has been very gentle with us. I tried it 1 or 2 weeks ago already. Obviously tried it 5 minutes before the stream started, so it didn't work anymore. Hey Alice. Ooh, and we got a first time chatter. Special welcome to Venomous. There's a funny meme. Do you know this one with where someone's in front of I think it's in a zoo, and he's reading the name of a snake or a spider, and he says, "Oh, what's your name?" Venomous. Maybe you know it. I just saw it the other day. I think it's pretty funny. I will also add a little bit of gray onto the palette for the edge highlights. It was a lizard, right? Yeah, you guys know the meme. Perfect, perfect. Yeah, so last couple of minis for the Blood Angels commissions. I mean, look at this on camera. On camera, the quick and dirty metallics don't look too bad. But what I really wanted to do, maybe as a warm-up, see it as a warm-up before I am jumping into the 15-minute sketch miniature thing. It was something that I did out of necessity, because I was in Berlin visiting Curios, and I drove there with a kit-bashed gang, completely unprimed, unpainted, and I think on the 2nd or on the 3rd day I even played with the gang, with painted minis. So I had to really be quick in painting them, but instead of playing with unpainted minis, which is a crime, I just speed painted them. I mean, it's not a masterwork, but I'm quite happy with how it turned out for the 15-minute paint jobs. It's okay-ish. It's fine. So I thought this would be a good thing to do on the stream. Darkline on YouTube is writing, I started Warhammer 3 weeks ago and painted 3 miniatures. Really love your videos and hope to get to your level at some point. That's fantastic, man. I love it. I'm trying to do all of this very beginner friendly, and especially with the focus on enthusiasm while painting, because that's the thing that makes you return to the painting, and which is at the end of the day the only thing that matters, especially when you want to become better, because in order to become better you need to train. So yeah, much appreciated. Thanks for the kind words. What's going on in Twitch? Hey Baptiste, welcome. I tried a 20 minutes painting challenge on Saturday, painting a Space Marine. Turns out I am really bad at speed. The brushes were awful too, but still. I mean, I gotta say, a Space Marine in 20 minutes is a much more challenging than what I'm going to do today, since it has a lot of armor, and armor wants to be clean and nice, and the minis that I'm painting have a lot of skin and leather, which is organic material, and I feel like that's always much more forgiving, since it's organic, and the eye, when you make a mistake, the eye goes like, oh yeah, maybe this could happen. This is okay. This is I can read this as leather or whatever. So yeah, don't be too hard on yourself. Also, I will show you mine. You will see mine. They are also not very nice. 15 or 20 minutes is really short when you want to paint an entire mini. So you have to skip all the details, and all you can do is focus on the big volumes and the light situation. So I've basically chosen the Sisters of Battle, where I also did the YouTube video for as a color scheme for the gang. Okay, someone got the sound on Twitch. There you go. And the 15-minute sketch will be warm-up for the 100 brushstroke challenge. I'm excited to see you sketch in 15 minutes. Yes, I'd love to do the 100 brushstrokes minis, but at the moment, I have given myself the challenge to stop doing stuff that is not completely necessary. I am so far behind schedule. Just because I have, once again, people asked me about stuff and I always go, yes, of course, can we do this? Yes, of course. I love everything, and that's why I say yes to everything, which is a very bad thing when you start doing this as a self-employed full-time. I'm horrible at saying no, and I'm horrible at saying no to things I really want to do. Because at the end of the day, my day only has 24 hours and time is running. It's insane. So I will skip the 100 brushstroke challenge because I just simply don't have the time for it. I have so much lined up. There's a lot of private life stuff in addition happening at the moment, so it's just the very basics, like Patreon, painting commissions. After that, nothing else, and that takes up already so much time. So next time. Okay, that's all I wanted to do for this guy. Are you doing a slap chop? No, never. That's the enemy. Slap chop is evil. I'll show you. This is the warm up, and then we'll paint it. Let me have a look at YouTube. I just got a crude combat patrol, so they will be the next miniatures to practice on. Ooh, nice that you mentioned that, because that's a mini I just painted during my stay in Berlin. And today I have recorded, it's not 100% done, it's still in process, but also part of the Crude Combat Patrol is this fantastic lizard, which I have recorded for Patreon today. So for you, Darkline, some crude minis, I absolutely love them. I still have this one to paint. There's plenty of tutorials on them, on the colors and so on Patreon. Maybe that helps you. I still need good brushes and colors, so in 1 to 2 weeks I will probably start again. I sadly ruined one brush because I didn't know what Citadel Technical is and just dipped the brush into it. And my Corax White also seems pretty bad. Corax White is probably the worst color there is. That's not your issue. Corax White is just not great. I can very much recommend the AK acrylics. But before I forget, I forgot to mention special welcome to Digital Freak Power, since it's a first-time chatter. Let me just quickly do these metallics and then I can rest in peace for today. And we can start the 15-minute challenge. I have 4 Marines in total, so this is the second one. That's just something I want to get done today. And the when you record for like painting on video, everything just takes twice as long. It's insane. It's ridiculous. Today I just said, oh, I will record the tutorial for the Crude, and I wanted to upload the demon tutorial. So maybe you've seen it on Patreon. For those of you who are on Patreon today, I managed to get a new tutorial into Patreon today, and I'm really happy with it because I think it's very good for large models. It's a very fun approach. I can really highly recommend it to anyone who is afraid of big models and doesn't know where to start. It's fantastic for everything that's chaos or Tyranid related in particular. So yeah, the day was just, I thought I could get a lot more done, but at the end of the day, all this digital editing blah, 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 took up a lot of time. And now I'm here. Hey, Raccoon, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. See you in terms of seeing your name pop up. Thanks, Darkline. And I'll take it for inspiration. Perfect. Congratulations on your work. What has been your biggest project related to chaos? Oh, exactly what I was just talking about is probably been my biggest project about chaos. That was, I always get confused with the two. One is called Skarsbrand and the other is... yeah, see? I keep forgetting it. I'm not a chaos boy. But those were the biggest chaos projects I've done so far. I mean, I've painted a Vashtor before. That was also a fantastic model. I really like the sculpt of Vashtor. But so far, not too many chaos things. I've painted Fulgrim last year. That was a huge project in terms of size, but I've never done a chaos army, and that's mainly due to when people ask me to paint a chaos army as a commission, I usually don't accept it. It's not my type. Painting trims forever. Also for white, I love deck tan. You, my friend, have a great taste. This is a staple. I agree. And also right next to it, warm gray, also in daily usage. I have a question. Do you have some paint set recommendations? Something small but all-rounder for traveling. Set in terms of like a luggage piece, or a paint set with, let's say, 15 colors inside that you can buy and take with you whenever you go traveling. I'm not a big fan. I'm not a big fan of the Army Painter, I have to say. I think they do fantastic advertising lately. And in the John Blanche set, I think there are some good colors in there. But in total, I've painted with Army Painter at Bamble Cup during the speed painting contest, and I really think the quality of the paint is just not good, at least for my taste. Compared to the AK, it's just exactly my taste. Like the consistency of the colors is exactly what I would be looking for in a paint range. And consistency and coverage. And since Alice, you asked for a color brand, wait 2 weeks. Then there will be a great paint set. A fantastic one, the best one there ever is, from AK. I'm not going to say any more. Welcome to the stream, Dubrock Paints. Welcome. It's telling me you're a first-time chatter, so special welcome to the stream. Did you try Ultra Acryl? I did. They are also good paints. I like the Ultra Acryl ones, and also I like the Monument. No, are those the ones from Monument Hobbies? I always get confused. The Ultra Acryl ones, I think, are the ones with a special lid. Those were good. That's something I can admit. It's just like there's not a lot I don't really like. I'm not a big fan of scale because the consistency of the paint is weird. Exception, metallic scales. These are some of the best metallics that have ever been released, in my opinion. The Scale 75 metallics are fantastic. The entire acrylic paint range, not my cup of tea. Army Painter, not my cup of tea. And Citadel has stuff like the Corax White from Citadel is also not great. But the main reason I don't like Citadel is the design of the bottles. It's just too inviting to flip. Okay, this guy's also done. Let me just quickly adapt the chat. All right, and water. All right. Today is crazy for me. I feel like in a phone answering question booth, because I have the Twitch chat on this side and the YouTube chat on that side, so I'm constantly boop boop boop. But it's fun. I like it. Thanks for all the questions and the interest. It's amazing. I love it. Thanks so much for your dedication. What do you think about the new Adeptus Custodes? I think they're better than the old ones. I like the sculpts. Still not a faction that I'm highly interested in, since it's mainly consisting of armor. And when you compare it to these minis, these are mainly consisting out of natural material like skin or leather. And that's something that I feel a lot more comfortable with. I'm a huge fan of the crude models. So anything that has too much armor is not really my cup of tea. But I've seen Flameon paint a Custodes in his style in full non-metallic metal, and I think that's very impressive. I'm not sure if it's a new model, but it was definitely a golden Custodes one, and it must have taken forever. In his style, with his accuracy, this style over the entire model, ridiculous. My guess would be at least 100 hours. So yeah, What do you think of the Squid Mar Vallejo boxes? I felt like $36 for 12 paints seemed pretty good as I'm still a beginner, but it's a bit overwhelming and so expensive. All paint sets cost 100 plus. First of all, I think no one needs big paint sets. Basically, you only need 5 colors, obviously, like cyan, magenta, yellow, black, and white. With these, you can mix all of your colors. But obviously, as a beginner, I think it's also an ease of life and a little bit more friendly to have some colors pre-mixed. But I think a set of 10 to 20 colors is more than enough. So yeah, I'm just a huge fanboy of the AK stuff. And hey, Cryo, welcome to the stream. And I can just really recommend the AK paints. That's what 100% of all the colors that I use. But it's at the end of the day, it's a matter of taste. So test some, try some, maybe ask some friends or in your local club some people who have some colors if you can test them and share them. It's a very personal thing, I would say. And some people like certain consistencies more than others. But if you're just starting out, don't get invested too much into one brand. I would probably just buy a couple of paints from a couple of brands and see what I like most. I've done the mistake of investing into an entire set of Citadel, then Scale, then Vallejo, and ended up always selling everything in order to get a new full range. And if I'd start over again, I would probably just buy 5 colors from one brand, test them, and then the next one. Because I think consistency of the color within one brand is quite important. Just weird consistency used to like it so much watered down from. We got to get you painting some dark oath. Those would be amazing. What's that? Dark oath. Dark oath. Help me out. What is that? Is that the dark water stuff? Because that is amazing, and I'd love to paint that. Pucci is also here. Sheer luck. Try some starter sets and see what sticks. Yeah, that's a good advice. That's exactly the same thing that I would recommend. Always make sure, ask the store owner for a taste sample. That's right. Hey Jeffy, may I ask you recommend a green paint for Astra Militarum? I find it so hard, a nice green color. I would pick this. I would pick this color as a green because it's not so much in your face. It's a very brownish green. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of the in-your-face greens. With in-your-face green, I mean something like this. This is a very saturated, very boring green. About green, I just made a guide on Patreon, and my summary would be use browns. Also, special welcome to the stream, Mishina. First time chatter, special welcome. Nice that you came over here. It's not Darkwater, it's not from Games Workshop. Alright, okay. I guess I'll have to look it up and have a look myself. I don't know it. What's the difference with iOS and the Old World? Well, Old World is basically the remake of everything they did in the 90s. And Age of Sigmar is the relaunch. Is that a good summary? Both is Warhammer. Everything is Warhammer now. It's Warhammer Blood Bowl, Warhammer 40k, Warhammer AOS, Warhammer Old World. Okay, I wanted to Google Dark Oath. Miniatures. Is that Spearhead? It looks like it's Warhammer. I just Googled this and this is what Dark Oath is popping up. I like it. It looks like chaos. I mean, this is a model I would paint at any time of the day. I'm in love with big models. I like monsters, creatures. There's a lot of skin on here. No armor. That's something I would paint anytime. No questions asked. I think I even have this model on my commission wish list. I think it's fantastic. So yes, chances are high that I will paint those one day. Dark Oath is the Chaos Barbarians from Age of Sigmar. Ah, nice. That's a good summary. Chaos Barbarians. Cool. Isn't Games Workshop changing the Citadel paint name to Warhammer Paints now? Yes, also that is happening. You are absolutely right. And also, welcome to Schwermetalleur on YouTube. Welcome, welcome. Oh, there's not a lot of painting today, which is no problem at all, since there are many questions, and I'm enjoying that. People are curious, and I'm happy to help. It's fantastic. Is anyone going to Adepticon? I'm really having a little bit of FOMO. It's not like there were any chances I would never travel to the US just for one event. But still, everyone going now, I'm a little bit, yeah, I'd like to be able to beam. Ooh, Sticks and Honor. Welcome to the stream. I like the dappled light effect that Hobby put out. Would like to paint like that. SNJ Hobby. I don't know that one. No worries, Darkline. Thanks for joining. See you soon. Also, now this is part 3. On to the last model, and then I will start with the 15-minute challenge. And I can already spoiler you, during these 15 minutes, I will probably not be able to answer anything in the chat because I will need every second of concentration to have a paint job that's kind of okay. But I think I've painted 8 models with the time restriction already, and every time after 7 minutes I'm like, fuck. So yeah, I will spoiler. I will not be able to answer any questions during that time. The quick check and the reading is draining attention and time, which I will not have. But I think I will only do one mini, and if you like it, maybe one at the end of the stream again. But yeah, I will probably just go back to these afterwards because the 15 minutes are going to be extreme. It's going to be hardcore. Draining all my energy. And not replying to answers is also kind of weird because it takes away the entire purpose of live streaming, in my opinion. But I think it's nice. It's nice to see 15 minutes pew pew pew. I would love to try object source lighting, but I struggle with blending as it is. Ooh, hot take, I would say you don't need any blending for OSL. It's very easy with an airbrush and perfect blending, but the 15-minute thing I will be doing is going to be pure OSL, basically. Not object source lighting, but global illumination. Let's call it global illumination because the entire model will be lit with one single light source. Seen some amazing paints when it comes to things with bright flames of magic or darker models. That seems light source only brighten up selected areas. Yeah, that's the whole thing. That's what I do all day. Let's get to it, actually. The 4 models are done. You can choose which one of these we will be doing first. Love the Star Wars Mini doing stuff like what the models and lightsabers. Okay, so everyone, choose a model, left or right. I will prepare the palette for the quick sketch. We have one vote left, right, right. I have a clear preference. I think there's one model that is clearly cooler than the other one. I will answer that afterwards. Let me think what I have used. Okay, right, 3-1 for the right one. Okay, so it's perfect 50-50. Can we get some more votes? I just want to paint what you guys actually want to see. Ah, perfect. Right. So this guy. Okay, I'm not showing it enough, huh? So one is an orc with a heavy bolter, obviously stolen. And voices are getting louder for this guy. Okay, that was correct. It was the correct choice. I think that's the much cooler model because it's a more individual one, more converted, less louder, you say. That's right. Whoop. Okay, I'm getting excited. I need to perform now. No, there's no right or wrong answers. Just one I personally preferred. What else? Maybe a little bit of this. Okay, obviously. You can stop the time with me, but I have my timer here. Let's do this one. Yeah. Sip of water. In this box, there are some of the models that I have already painted in Berlin. I will put them as a little reference next to me, and then I can show you afterwards. I will paint with a comparably big brush, size 4. I have some colors on my palette. The brush is clean. You guys have chosen which model. There shouldn't be anything else left. Hey, Lenny! Lenny is priming Abo. Very, very welcome. Welcome, Lenny. You came to the right time. We are just about to start the 15 minutes challenge. I've already said that I will probably not be able to answer any questions, but 15 minutes it is. So I already know what I will be doing. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, go. So after a black prime, I usually like to get in here with something that looks like a black, but not really. And what this is doing is it's preparing the model to have a wet undercoat, basically. So I'm kind of giving every surface a little bit of color and a little bit of moisture. Since I am painting with the paints from the wet palette, I used a lot of water, so now these surfaces are kind of wet, and when I add some brighter color now, they are actually inviting. Let's say inviting. They're inviting the next colors that come on top. which I think is perfect, especially for speed. I want to be doing a speedy job now, and I want the colors. It's like a dry brush, a wet brush, a dry brush with wet paint. That's what I'm doing. I'm just catching the upper parts of the model, and since the color from below is a little bit wet, it's actually working. And you can maybe already guess in which direction this is going. This is basically my Zororitas color scheme with one extreme light source, which allows for a lot of interpretation. It's rather abstract. So right now I'm just only focusing on getting some texture onto the back, which is definitely not going to be the main focus. The main focus is going to be the front side, and there will be red fire from below, or a red light from below. And into the metallics I'm adding even brighter colors. That's already it for the back. Let's do the fun part. For this, I want the red light to be down here. I want it. It's rather dark. I just realized the model, since it's all black and then not a lot of light here at the moment. I will readjust maybe for the next model. Or actually, I will pause so you can. I need to brighten up the camera. This is way too dark. You're seeing nothing. I'll overexpose it like this. This is much better. Let's continue. Now you can actually see what's going on. I'm sorry. I was painting with these settings the entire day, and since during daytime there's a lot of natural light coming in from the window, the camera needs a lot less light. So when I'm painting in the evening, I need more. Simple. Okay. I'm just acting like there would be a huge red light source from below. I imagine these guys walk through like an industrial city with like flashing lights from below. And this was the first cover, which was basically the preparation. Now this is going to be satisfying with all the harsh lights, especially into the metallics. Pew, pew, pew. And now it's slowly becoming a disadvantage that the colors are so wet. That's why I didn't use too much water, because when the colors are too wet, the color can't really stick to the model and be decant. My brain's not working. I'm concentrating. I should probably try to stop talking. Basic English words are missing. That's usually a sign that the capacities are somewhere else. By the way, this was 5 minutes now. So time for some refining later, especially for the face. And now I will also add some white and some yellow in order to pump up contrast, especially for the metallics, like down here, down here, down here. And you can see the size of the brush forbids me to paint details. I've chosen this brush on purpose. It's limiting, and it's good that it's limiting, because otherwise I would lose myself in detail. If I have enough time left, I can still go in with a smaller brush. But for now, I almost want to stop now and make it a 6-minute challenge, because I'm actually quite happy with where it is right now. I mean, it's a rough paint job, but oh yeah, this is a good part. This catching this part. Something I realized on the other models is now I have like a dark side and a red side, and now trying to implement bright red wherever it would kind of jump through the shadows and touch the back parts of the model somewhere. So anything like this line is super important in order to give away some information on details in that part of the model. So that's what I'm looking for right now. And the second pass, also very important. What I'm doing now, a second round of detailing, like the second coverage for the model. Then stuff like this. Now it's like a little bit the transition phase. And since this was very wet in the beginning, there's not a lot going on here. So it's time for some redefinement over there. It's important to stay also dark in some areas. Like this is why this is so great for speed painting, this one light source approach, because you actually want a dark side. You want one side to be clearly dark and one side to be clearly bright. This helps with the readability. So I will start blocking in some dark parts again, like here and here. This is the part of the model where it looks like not a lot is happening anymore, but the time is still ticking. Time is merciless ticking. Tick-tock. And I think it's also, or these dots make a lot of information. They give away a lot to make the model read easier. I think it's time to move to a smaller brush, just to add a little bit of detail. Let's do that. What have we got here? You look fine. Let's add some very sharp, bright edges down here. Since this is then also the second round, the coverage will be higher, resulting in a look of higher saturation, better coverage. Coverage, that was the word I was looking for before. My brain is back, apparently. This isn't as challenging as before. if you trust my vocab, on level as a level of difficulty. A little bit of face detail. I hope my head's not in the camera. That's nice. Oh yeah, there's a lot missing down here. Oy, 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 oy. We are at 11 minutes. So the chill phase is over with I wish this was a 5-minute challenge. I will be back with you guys in 2 minutes. And then I will try to... Here I would really need a hairdryer. There's too much paint on the model. I cannot paint this surface anymore. It's basically like a full surface. Nothing I can do about that, but that's alright. I will just focus on different areas. Fresh eyes, scan the model from further away. This part could use some detail. No, I'm just adding here the Moin, welcome to the chat. These are the last couple of seconds for the 15-minute challenge. I will be with you in a couple of moments. 1 minute left. 1 minute left. $14 minutes. Clock is ticking. Yep. Mini details. Good time to start with the eyes, I would say. Oh, lucky. I'm lucky there's only one eye, kind of. This was not a great decision. 50 minutes. Woo! Okay, the eyes was not a great idea in the end. I should have leave it there, but there we go. A 15 minutes paint job. Let me get a sip of water. Okay, I can't read the chat from before, but I'm reading. You are entertained. That's perfect. Have you ever used pointillism? What does that mean? I've never heard of that. But the thing I wanted to show you, these I think that the effect is okay. I would probably go in and refine a little bit. Are you actually rinsing the brush in between colors off screen, or are you just dipping it into the next color? I'm most of the time dipping it just into the next color and then mixing the paint on the model. Now, this is an okay paint job, especially for 15 minutes. It's like giving a clear light situation. But the cool thing about it is, like, don't judge it from here. This is not a Golden Demon entry. Don't judge it like this. But instead, judge it like this. And now I will get back to the normal camera settings, which is something like this. Judge it like this. And then especially it starts working when you give him some friends. So this is one of the other ones I did. Then here's a next sculpt with also red from behind. And all of these were done in 15 to 20 minutes. And now you can see, now I think this color scheme is really working. Now this is getting really powerful. And as a whole army, this is really, really impactful if you choose one side with the red and the rest just in a gray scale or in a blue scale. And especially from the top, like with this guy from one side, I think it's getting really interesting. And I also did one guy with a plasma gun. So he has a second light source with a blue plasma from one side. Then there's this guy with a harpoon. Then there's this guy, and all of these were painted in like 15 to 20 minutes. So instead of this being a project laying around in my basement for 2.5 years, and me wishing, oh, I wish I had the time to paint these, instead I've chosen to just rush through it, especially because I cannot go through to the ChorusCon this year. So I'm also a little bit sad. Otherwise, I would probably put a lot more effort into these. But I mean, look at it. Boom. I've spent a lot of time on the conversions, and the models I think have a lot of character. Ah, little songbird, are you going? Ah, that's too bad. Yeah, I'd love to go obviously to ChorusCon, but on the same weekend I'm giving a workshop, and that was also planned in advance. So yeah, I just don't have time. Any weekend in May would not have worked. The entire May is just full. Okay, I will give myself an extra 5 minutes to paint this. To paint this kind of finished, because now the paint has dried and I can actually refine some of it. So yeah, I will not go to ChorusCon, but still I have managed to play with Konstantin last week, which was really nice. I'm sad too, but may we see us at a workshop in Erfurt? Yes, yes. Ah, you are, but you are not Schlong, are you? But yes, he is organizing, or he is setting it up, the workshop in Erfurt. And speaking of workshops, there are going to be 2 beginner workshops in April. Both of them are going to be in the south of Germany. But if you are interested, for both of them, I think there are like 2 or 3 slots left. Blue Ink Craft, welcome to the stream. Special welcome, since you are a first-time chatter. First time chatters get special welcomes. It's not a normal welcome, it's a special welcome. So welcome to the stream. Nice that you jumped in. We just finished painting this mini within 15 minutes, and now I'm giving myself another 5 minutes to do some redefinements that were just not possible within the time, since some parts the color was just still too wet. And also something I really wanted to do is add some pure white into the metallics. And then maybe paint over them with the red, but since the undercoat of the paint makes a huge difference, it will impact the brightness of the red. Something like this, huh? I feel like it needs a lot more yellow. Ooh, 2 Prime abos. Thanks a lot. Much appreciated. Blau Ink Craft and Little Songbird. Thanks a lot for your Prime abos. That's helping. If I compare it to this one, there's a lot more yellow in the reds. Let's do that. That's basically yellow now. I don't like that. Let's get back to some red. We need balance in the force. Cryo, are you still here? Because the other day I woke up and I was like, damn, I completely forgot. We forgot to take a picture of us at Bamble Cup. I'm pretty sure it's not going to be our last trip, but we should definitely think of taking pictures next time. One for the memory. Okay. This is more or less what all I wanted to do here. Now it's looking a lot better than before. Let's give it a black base rim and call it done. 15 to 20 minutes. Easy. I mean, the base is already black, but I've been a little bit untidy here and there. So this will just give it a clean finish. Okay, here we go. Him and his little brother. By the way, do I remember correctly that you have some resources on this paint scheme on your Patreon as well? I love that the bot, after he heard Patreon, was just like, oh, here's the link. Yes, this is, I can show you the mini that I have on Patreon. This is what I have recorded this one is an 1 hour paint job, so it's exactly the same thing I just did, just with smaller brushes and therefore looking a little bit more precise and obviously more time, so it looks a little bit more detailed. But it's the same approach. Basically a grayscale for the majority of the model. So look, these can be friends. Grayscale for most parts of the model on one side and red on the other. That's it. Let me pause this project for a bit. Komische Ochse. Okay, and on YouTube someone asked what is the hardest thing I've ever painted. I know, I have the answer for that question right away. By far, latex. I think latex is really difficult to paint because the way it's reflecting is very very unusual. Let's put it that way. It's not very easy to paint. I've used your method here on the hangers on. Nice. Do you mean these hangers on? Today I'm well prepared on every question. The other time someone said crude, I have crude. Shoot. Someone drop a name of a mini and apparently I can make it appear. I will go back to the Blood Angels and finish them, or continue and try to finish them. There was a Golden Demo winner entry that had latex doing amazing. It was a Necromunda entry. Yes, I remember. Do you have UR025? Orcs versus Dreadnought Mini. Okay, okay. Orcs versus Dreadnought Mini. I'm very happy that you like it so much. It's also one of the pieces I really like, but if I look at the paint job, there's so much I would do differently today. Just like looking at the edge highlights and stuff like that. But it's a long time ago. With vampires, I cannot. Oh, actually. Does that count? Does that count as a vampire? It's unpainted. Tempestus Aquilans also. Nope. Not here. Orks sind nur Pilze. Commission incoming. Oh, nice. I'm really I'm excited about the commissions. I'm basically not advertising it because I feel bad at the moment just telling people how long they have to wait. It's embarrassing. I'm either too slow or doing too many other things. But basically I'm a commission studio while also doing Patreon. It's ridiculous how if I would be doing only commissions, it would obviously go a lot faster, but yeah, you will have to wait. Commissions with Chewie means patience. I'm a fast painter and slow deliverer. But it's giving me a lot of comfort, I have to say. I'm very happy with the amount of commissions because I can chill, like in my head. I can chill because I'm not panicking, because I know there will be work also next month, and that's something for a safety driven person like me, it's quite important. So it's nice. Okay. Dirty Down Rust Warlord Titan. Nice. Einfach reintunken. Oder dafür das Spray, Lenny. What is the actual formula for old gold? Any yellow with Rakeland flesh? If you want to paint old gold, I would probably pick this color. Rusty gold. Which is funny because I think gold cannot really rust, can it? True, the spray I will try. Gonna be expensive though. Maybe Felix can give it to you for a good price. Or to test. I don't know a lot of people who have ever actually tried the Dirty Down Rust spray. Seems like a rare thing. Was the 15-minute thing cool? And shall we do it again as a final thing of the stream? Or was it just a little bit... for me, it felt a little bit too... I was like away. Because I cannot react to the chat during that time. But I'm obviously your loyal servant. Thanks, Romoxful. I appreciate that. Okay. Done. Gerne mehr davon. Okay, okay. Thanks, little songbird. We should all do it together and then send our results and review them after. That would be cool. If everyone is down for that, I think that could be something great for the Discord server. If everyone is willing to do so, we can do it today. Grab a mini, like a sacrifice goblin. Prepare your palette. And then we paint together in 15 minutes. And everyone who is posting their Golden Demon project and saying that they painted it in 15 minutes will be extremely funny. Painting leather has changed for me just entirely since the quick gens have been released. It's really, really nice with painting super rough and then just adding a quick gen over it. Was the palette just one red and a yellow and a gray? Not quite. I made my life a little bit easier. I chose like a burnt red, a very bright red, a yellow, and this is a black and a white, and this is like a tenebrous gray. And there's a little bit of dragon blood also. And this is anthracite gray. I used this a little bit for the highlights. Oh, Jesus. The entire mini. I thought I'm really far with the mini, but I forgot all the red needs the trim stuff. Dragon blood everywhere. Well, you know the drill. Dragon blood is the color. Oh, and the bases. Okay. There's still a lot left to do on these. That's basically the sub-brand Chewie Painting, aka Dragon Blood Hardcore Club. But it's the same with like this purple I'm using right now, or I'm painting over right now, the amethyst blue. This is the other color. It's just going everywhere. Amethyst blue, blue, amethyst blue, and Dragon Blood Ultras. Oh, ich hasse magnetisierte Scheiß-Drecks-Minis. Wackelt mir da der ganze Zeit da der Arm da im Gesicht rum. Was soll denn das? Magnetisieren, rückbauen. Enough German ranting. Okay, I just realized it's so hot. Oh, hier mal kurz strippen, ey. Oh, Junge, ey, richtig Hitzewallung. Chewie missing the Chewie sound again? Ah, brrr, sorry, I keep always missing it. It's like I need to stay updated with the chat all the time. I still don't see it. I cannot see it. Where is it? Did I just get scammed for a free Chewie raw? Let's continue with this. I really want to get done with these. I cannot see the Blood Angels anymore. I have 2 heroes left. I'm really looking forward to them. But the red trims, nope. done. So, ihr kriegt jetzt hier auch nochmal so richtig schön unentertained einfach nur nochmal sowas nicht Sichtbares rein. Sometimes I need to paint like this to stay comfortable. I know you cannot see stuff right now, but I need to do it right now for my back and my sanity. Okay, and I realized I missed some parts. Like this thing should be black. Better. Can you hear the burp, burp? I have a train station quite close to me. And I think in the evenings they always repair the trains. And they always honk when there's a train coming, so that they get off the train tracks. At least that's what I think what they are doing, because it's doing all evening. It used to annoy me, but I'm fine with it. It's fine. But I have to say, these look quite good. I'm I've practiced red now, and the last models I painted, I think I've painted faster and they look better than the first ones, and that's always a good sign. I've recorded the red process too for the final recipe that I've used then. It's one of the Patreon tutorials I still need to do. Hey Tim, welcome to the stream. I feel like Tim has been doing a lot of great projects lately, just like Lenny. Lenny has really improved. Everything Lenny is doing lately, I'm really impressed, especially compared to what you have been doing 1 year ago. So I think you can be really proud of you with those improvements. It's impressive. I think you shared some non-metallic the other day, and I was like, damn, boy. The new color brand really helped. AK, yep. It does make things easier if you have a color that feels like it's doing what you want it to do. I agree. Oh, there's so many details here on this model. Fuck, Alter, schon wieder irgendwelche Scrolls. Das ist wirklich zum Heulen, ey. Vanguard Veteran Squad. Games Workshop design team be like, oh, you want details? Okay. How many? Oh, all of them. Okay, cool. Cool. And where? Oh, everywhere. Everywhere, all the details. Okay, sure thing. Next time, I will know that these guys cannot be priced the same as regular ones because they are just stuffed with detail, and I cannot wait to get done with these. And again, I forgot the black here. I hate when that happens. And this thing up here. You little shit. Purity Seal. Als ob da oben irgendjemand deine Heldentaten lesen würde, Bruder. Okay. Actually, this is something I'd like to add details to. Some white spots on the non-metallics. That's something I never get tired of. You can stay. You can sit with the cool kids, non-metallic. Done. Fertig. Nie wieder. Next I will try as Monument Hobbies because I heard their white is the best. Yep. Everything, everywhere, all at once. Yeah, it's crazy. It's insane. The amount of details on these minis. That's like this Huron set. Only joy, almost every model is unique so that you can treat them like individual characters, really. Yeah. To be honest, I'm kind of done. I don't really want to paint anymore. I'm really done. I am going to bed early. I have not finished these. I will finish them in the morning, but I'm realizing ich hab keinen Bock mehr, Alter. I am so done for today. We had a lot of fun with the speed painting mini. If a couple of people are down to do this 15 or 5-minute challenge, I'm happy to do it on the mini, but I'm also not sad if we skip it. You decide. That's the best. That's why I currently paint all the kill teams. Let's do it next time. Tim is like, challenge? So I painted this dude during the stream within 15 minutes, and someone proposed to do it as a challenge at the same time. I think that's a great idea. Let's do it next week so everyone can prepare. I think that sounds fantastic. I have this model ready for next week. I will put it into the Discord so we can do it live and everyone can share their results in Discord. And also I have planned to do a challenge in April. For everyone who has been following along a little bit, you know I'm a huge mm, a huge fan of altering magic cards, and I think it's a great exercise. So in April, I will be also launching a little bit of a challenge for painting on the magic cards in order to improve the color picking choices and mixing colors. And about the rules for the 15-minute things, I would say the rule is you have 15 minutes time and that's it. Do whatever you want. I really don't want to be restricting it too much. I can recommend doing it with one bright source because it just saves you time for all the details in between. But if someone has the power to do it differently, I'd love to also see it, because otherwise at the end of the day everything will look the same if everyone is following the same rule set. I think the only rule that just helps with the time is you can put the colors onto the palette before. I think that helps because the shaking, or maybe it's clogged, then you have, this takes time. So I would say 15 minutes, and part of the preparation is that you can put the colors onto the palette before, and you have to train to focus and prioritize. Okay. Look at this. 15 minutes is brutal, yeah, I know. All of these have been done in, not these, but all of these have been done in 15 to 20 minutes. And they all have this color scheme. I will be posting them on Instagram sometime soon. Maybe I will do that as an April challenge, or we will start doing it on a regular basis, something like that. Yep. But 15 minutes, I have to say, 15 minutes is brutal if you start by thinking, sticker, if you start thinking about the color scheme in the moment you start, then it's really brutal. With these, I knew what I wanted to do, and had this color scheme in the back of my head already. So maybe that helps also to think about it before. Also, one wonderful thing. This is where I put my cup of tea in the morning, where these 4 blood angels are now. Maybe you know. When you know, you know. Digga, diese magnetisierten Waffen, ne? Alter, die triggern mich so hart heute. Die wollen richtig geschlagen werden. Die wollen doch, dass ich sie abhaue. Okay, it's been enough. It's time for me to go to bed. What is it? 9 o'clock. Why am I so tired? My days are too busy at the moment. I will find a channel to raid. Thanks for all the questions. Thanks for all the interest, the participation. Thanks for the support in any kind of way, be it being here or via Patreon or Prime abos here on Twitch. Any kind of support is really appreciated. And goodbye.
dopamine. I remember, I mean, I did wait